So there are many assignment operators that we can use. If we take a look at the Mozilla Developer Network, you can see that we have the assignment operators and they're all on the same precedence. Now I've already taken a look at the standard assignment operator that takes the value on the right and assigns it to the variable or whatever is to the left. But you also have all of these other assignment operators as well. Now we're going to leave these assignment operators because these are bitewise operators and they're a little bit more complicated. But you already know about, let's say, addition, subtraction, powers, multiplication, divide, and the modulus divide as well. So let's take a look at some of these. First of all, I can create a variable called number, and I'm going to set that number equal to 20. So now we have a symbol name called number, which is a memory address, and it points to a certain address in memory, a certain value in memory, which is currently an integer 20. Now we can take a look at the different assignment operators. So again, you just have the standard assignment operator that would just delete out the old value and assign the new value. That's dead easy. But what happens when we use, let's say, plus equals? Well, what you're actually doing here is you are adding to the existing value. So the existing value is 20, and we are adding this new value, 30. So we're combining the values together, and that's going to equal 50. So once it's done that, it will then assign that value back to our variable. So now number won't be equal to 30, it will be equal to 50. And likewise, you can also have the subtraction. So what we want to do is subtract 30 from 50 and assign it back, which will leave 20. And then also you can have multiplication as well. So we can say 20 times 2, which will equal 40. Then also we can have divide as well. So number divide by 4. So we're going to divide 40 by 4, and that's going to be 10. You can also have the modulus divide as well, or the remainder. So this will leave a remainder. So if we try to, let's say, divide by 4, well, how many 4s can we fit into 10? Well, you can only fit 2 4s into 10, leaving 8, and 2 remainder. So there we go. We now have 2, and you also have to the power of. So we have the double asterisk for that. So 2 to the power of 4. So that's 2 times itself 4 times. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. So there you go. There's the different assignment operators. You've got the standard assignment operator that will take the value out and assign a new value. And then you have all of these other assignment operators that will actually take the existing value on each one, and it will either do addition, subtraction, multiplication, divide, modulus divide, and you also have to the power of as well. And you can go ahead and modify those values. Now you'll notice that most of these are arithmetic type operators. These operators could be used for mathematical expressions and so forth. But what I want you to understand is that even though we have the plus equals, the plus operator doesn't just deal with numbers. It actually deals with strings. And let me demonstrate this to you. If I have the string Lawrence, and then I would like to concatenate, meaning join strings together, I use the plus symbol in JavaScript. So I can say now, Turton, and end with a semicolon. So I've got 2 separate strings, as you can see, defined by 2 separate quotation marks, and I have the plus operator in between them. And what that will do is it will join the strings together. So that's quite interesting. Now, what happens when you try to, let's say, concatenate a number? You may be thinking, well, this should surely error because you've got a string on one side and you've got a number on the other side. Well, let's hit return, and you'll notice what it did was polymorphism. Now that is a big word. What does polymorphism mean? Well, you know that this operator is a function. It's a function defined in the JIT compiler. Now when you go downstairs and make a cup of tea or cup of coffee, you can polymorph. Your subroutine, your routine for making a coffee or a tea can change. It can adapt. Its process can be different, if you will. For example, you can make a tea and you can add more sugar to it or more milk. If you're making tea for different people, your subroutine is still make a cup of tea or make some coffee. But it adapts, it changes, so you can add more sugar for somebody or change the amount of milk. It's the same subroutine, but it changes, it polymorphs, it adapts. Well, likewise, we have polymorphism here, which means it can do and adapt to different situations. It's ready to change and mutate. So instead of being an addition operator that adds two numbers together, this polymorphs and it can actually concatenate two strings together. Or if you have a string anywhere, either to the left of it or to the right of it. So if I had, let's say, a number to the right of it and a string to the left of it, you will notice that what it does is it polymorphs. It takes the number, the integer, and it actually converts it into the string data type. It adapts. Think of polymorphism as a blob that morphs around. It changes and adapts. You can think of it like Play-Doh. It changes and adapts itself into different shapes that you push it into. And that's exactly what I would describe as polymorphism. It just changes and adapts to the environment that you throw at it. So strings always take precedent. Once you have a string there on either side of the plus operator, it will automatically change whatever is there, whether that be a float, it could be a Boolean, for example, as well, such as true. Again, it will convert the Boolean type into a string data type and combine them both together. So that's what we call polymorphism. Now, coming back to the assignment operator, what you have here is I could have var name equals Lawrence, for example. And now name is equal to Lawrence. And then I can say name plus equals, and then we're going to say Turton. So what it's going to do now is it's going to look at the existing string and it's going to say, right, I need to concatenate, meaning add on to, join this string right here and assign it back to the variable. And there you go. It says Lawrence Turton. So that is the plus equals assignment operator, and the plus operator adapts itself. It changes. Once it finds a string either to the left of it or to the right of it, whatever other type there is, whether it be a Boolean, whether it be an integer, whether it be a float, or whatever else it may be, it will actually convert it into a string. You'll even find that if you were to say null plus and then Lawrence, let's take a look at this. It will actually convert the null data type into the string null. It always converts it into a string. So that is the plus operator, and you now know about the assignment operators, and you also know about polymorphism. Just think of it like Play-Doh. You push the Play-Doh into different molds, it fits, it adapts, it changes to suit its environment.